Welcome to another episode of South Center's Clips, in which we highlight different videos. The first, South Center's Chat, Student Lives in Community College. The second, Food and Nutrition, Healthy Foods for the Active. And the third, Consumer Protection, Stopping Elder Abuse.
Our students, because of the small college atmosphere, the individualized attention, they do extremely well in graduate school. They are doing incredibly well in their careers because they're supported here in this small environment, but they're also stretched because you can't hide. And you are going to be asked to, do the presentations, be able to speak, all the communication skills and the leadership skills that we expect of all of our students. And
some of the terms that you want to look for on the menus include, like, you want to look for items that are baked or broiled or grilled, roasted, steamed. Those types of terms are what you want to look for, and avoid the fried, because when you fry food, you're going to add a lot of fat and a lot of calories.
Research suggested 1 in every 10 older adult is subjected to some type of elder abuse or exploitation. So we know, and then we also know it's severely underreported because it's hard for an older adult to come forward and say, that I've been taken advantage of, either because sometimes they don't know it because the bad guys are just that good.
We have listed these in the description, and if you want to see the full episodes, click on the link below. Welcome to another episode of South Center's Clips, in which we highlight different videos. The first is Sustainability in the Kitchen, Utilizing Food Scraps. The second is Farm Science Review, Sharpening the Chain on Your Chainsaw. And the third, Consumer Protection and You, Sweetheart and Romance Scams.
The kitchen is a great place to start putting sustainable actions into practice, like utilizing your food scraps. Check your fridge for leftover ingredients that you might be tempted to throw out. For instance, half an avocado, half an apple, the end of a bag of butter lettuce, and some frozen fish quickly became the best fish tacos I've ever made, thanks to cleaning out my fridge one night. According to the NRDC, it is estimated that up to 40% of food
If you're too far down in the cutter when you're filing, you could be filing underneath of this edge, which isn't sharpening it, or you could be too high as you're filing and it's not creating that correct angle, and it's more straight up and down, creating more of a hammer type effect as opposed to a chisel.
A lot of these online games on PlayStation and Xbox and PCs throughout the world have chat features along with the actual game platform. So she sent money to the man via Bitcoin, which is one of those new cyber currencies that we always hear about, but probably have never used before. The man deposited money into her account, which was then sent to his son's caregiver. The transaction.
We have listed these in the description, and if you want to see the full episodes, click on the link below. Welcome to another episode of South Center's Clips, in which we highlight different videos. The first is Ryan Lippy talking about resources with the Attorney General's office. The second is with Dave Apsley talking about pin oak trees. The third is with Christine Kelly and Ted Wiseman timing pasture mowing for weed control.
Well, you are going to need a whole new roof. So, the next thing is I'm going to make you out an estimate with no real details on it at all. Then you're going to give me a whole lot of money up front, and then I'm going to skip town without even doing a lick of work. All right? So, go ahead and get out your checkbook. Make the check out to me, because there's nothing suspicious about that.
Unfortunately, it's never this obvious. That's why we're here, dedicated to protecting Ohio families against frauds and scams. File a consumer complaint and get the facts you need at ohioprotects.org.
and deep cut sinuses. Pretty similar to the scarlet oak that we introduced you to earlier. And a difference really is though that the lobes and the sinuses are more divergent.
And in pastures, it tends to be more difficult than our monoculture systems because we have lots of different kinds of plants, different life cycles, different growth heights, different fertility preferences. Sometimes our pasture fields are on pretty rough terrain or intense slopes. We have our livestock tracking through the area, making paths where weeds can take hold. And then when it comes to herbicide selection,
we have listed these in the description, and if you want to see the full episodes, click on the link below. Welcome to another episode of South Center's Clips, in which we highlight different videos. The first will be Dave Apsley talking about white ash trees. The second, Brad Burgerford on the horticultural program. And the third is Dan Remley talking about the health issues in consuming fat in our diet.
This is white ash. It's in the genus Fraxinus, and as many of you know, a non-native insect, emerald ash borer, has threatened all the species in the genus Fraxinus. Like most ash, white ash has compound leaves, and they're what we call pinnately compound.
And the main goal of my horticulture program is to develop and research high-value specialty crops that farmers in Ohio can adopt on their farms.
So there are three sort of major nutrients in foods. There's proteins, there's carbohydrates, and then there's fats. And then there's vitamins and minerals that we also need to stay healthy. But we do need a little bit of fats in our diets and for our bodies to be healthy. But we don't need very much. And there are some new dietary guidelines out. And I haven't looked at these, but I think the recommendation is about 30%, no more than 30% of our calories.
We have listed these in the description. And if you want to see the full episodes, click on the link below.